Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we're going to be talking about the Valentine's Day 2018 update, what's going to be happening there, as far as the release date for the next DLC in Grand Theft Auto Online. So before we can talk about any of that, we have to discuss what we have left in the Doomsday Heist, because it's obvious that Rockstar isn't going to release a new DLC without getting rid of all of the content in the Doomsday Heist first. So we actually have 6 vehicles left, which is actually not a ton if you think about it. On the Legendary Motorsports site, we have the Ubermacht Revolter, we have the Pfister Neon, the Karen 190Z, the Vapid Hustler, and the Comet SR by Pfister. So that's 5 vehicles right there. And then on the Southern San Andreas Super Auto site, we have the Canis Camacho. And that's the only vehicle left on there. Now, if you're curious how much money you're going to need for the rest of those vehicles, its total on just the prices alone is $6,125,000. So basically, each vehicle roughly averages to a little over $1 million price-wise, with some of the most expensive ones coming up next. Now, on top of all those vehicles, there's an adversary mode that we still have left called Hardest Target. However, adversary modes traditionally don't release on their own. They come with the vehicles, so I don't think it's really important that we have one of those left. We just do. That's the last remaining adversary mode that we have in the game. It's called Hardest Target. So now that you know that, I've put together these really rough calendars. This is something I just did in a couple minutes, but you can see we've got the January 2018 calendar here. A couple days ago, the Grotti GT500 came out. My prediction is that on the 23rd of January, which is next week, we're going to get the Ubermacht Revolter. So we're going to stay on the Legendary Motorsports site. The final Tuesday of January, there's actually 5 in this month. We're going to be getting the Pfister Neon. So those would be the remaining vehicles in January. That brings us to February, where on Tuesday the 6th, I feel like we're going to be getting the Karen 190Z, which would lead us to the 13th. And this is where we're going to pause for a little bit. I think on Tuesday the 13th, we're going to be getting the Vapid Hustler, because on Wednesday the 14th, that is Valentine's Day. Now, let's pause and talk about that. Rockstar is not going to be doing a new Valentine's Day update this year. The way the drip feeding content from the Doomsday Heist worked, they just didn't have time to fit in a proper Valentine's Day 2018 DLC. So there's not going to be any of that sorts during this year. However, I feel like the Vapid Hustler was meant for Valentine's Day. It's very similar to the 2 we've received in the past for Valentine's Day updates, like the Roosevelt and the Roosevelt Valor. Kind of fits into that same old school type of vehicle category. So what I think Rockstar is going to do is they're going to release the Vapid Hustler, and then they're going to do a Valentine's Day themed event around it. So they might do double money in RP for the Valentine's adversary mode. I think it's called Till Death Do Us Part. They might do some sales and bonuses on the previous Valentine's Day vehicles, on the Valentine's Day clothing. Who knows what else they might do. They might make red and pink and white clothing, 50% off or whatever the case is for Valentine's Day. I'm really not too sure, but just know that there isn't going to be a new Valentine's Day update this year. They're going to sort of package one of the drip feed ones in there, and I think that's going to be the Vapid Hustler. So I would imagine that Valentine's event would last throughout the entire week, leading us to February 20th, where I think we are finally going to get the Canis Camacho. I feel like a lot of people are looking forward to this vehicle, and Rockstar just haven't released it yet. Maybe they're just saving it. Who really knows? But I think the Camacho will come out on the 20th. And then on the 27th, the final vehicle from the drip feeding will be released, and that, in my opinion, is going to be the Pfister Comet SR. I think that because this vehicle is so similar to the Comet we already have, Rockstar is going to do it last and just sort of save it and then get it out of the way. So if you've been counting, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more Tuesdays that we're going to have in order to get rid of all the vehicles, if Rockstar do 1 vehicle per week on Tuesday. And they haven't done anything to suggest that they're going to break that pattern. I was going to say, what if they do Red Dead Redemption 2 information? We've seen Rockstar release a vehicle in the same week as them doing Red Dead Redemption 2 information, so I don't think they're going to be skipping to do anything like that. Also, when they do like an announcement for like a Snapmatic contest or something like that, they're still not skipping a week for that. They're still releasing a vehicle, kind of like what they did now. So like I said, I think they're still going to do 1 vehicle per week for the next 6 weeks, which would lead us to the potential next release date of the next DLC as either going to be March 6th, which is a Tuesday, or March 13th. I feel like those are the two most likely release dates of the first update in 2018. Now, the reason I'm picking those two dates is for a couple reasons. Number one, it's 1 week and 2 weeks after the release of the final drip-fed vehicle. That is the exact same way Rockstar did it from Gun Running to Smuggler's Run, and then Smuggler's Run to the Doomsday Heist. Smuggler's Run from Gun Running was 1 week. Smuggler's Run to the Doomsday Heist was 2 weeks. So I feel like it could be either or. I also feel like Rockstar try and do their updates in the middle of the month, or at least as close to that as possible. So the 6th may be a little bit too early. The 13th might actually be the better release date there. Reason number two, we got an update in March last year, and we know Rockstar like to try and keep the months together of when they actually do updates. So in 2017, in March, we actually got Cunning Stunts Special Vehicle Circuit, which you know is kind of a filler update, and honestly, I expect Rockstar to do the same thing here. Now, I'm not going to dive into the theme or what I think, but I think that this March 2018 update is going to be a whole lot smaller than Doomsday Heist. Typically, Rockstar's December updates are way more dynamic and involved than the ones we see sort of in the early part of the year and in the middle part of the year. So that right there is my prediction for what I think is going to happen over the next couple weeks and months and online. Every single Tuesday, we're going to be getting a new vehicle. Valentine's Day isn't going to be anything all that special. I'm sure they're going to do an event week or a couple bonuses. And then looking into the next update, I've got my eye marked on March 6th and March 13th is when I think the next DLC is going to be in Grand Theft Auto Online. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more on what you think is going to happen as well. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Let me know your thoughts down there. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.